today I'm going to be in a review, discussion type of thing with Night at the Museum 3, Secret of the Tomb. Yes, I'm really quite excited to talk about this one. I picked it up on Monday, today it is Thursday, and so yeah, I watched it on Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know. I watched it on Tuesday actually, I think, and so yeah, I was pretty excited to watch it and watched it pretty much straight away when I picked it up. And yeah, I have quite a bit to say about it, but I'm a little bit disappointed that basically sometimes at the beginning of my reviews I like to add a little bit of a fun, quirky bit, and I've been to the Natural History Museum in London quite a few times, and I thought I bet I've got a video of when I've been there one time, and I can put that in, it'll be dead fun. And I've looked and looked, and of the times I've been, I've only got pictures, I have no video. So yeah, here is a picture of mine at the Natural History Museum, but no, doesn't quite cut it, it's not quite the same. And then I thought, well maybe I've got a video of the Natural History Museum New York, and no, sadly again I have a picture of it but no video. So yeah, I have pictures of the museums but not the video. But anyway, like I said, this one is set in London, which I was super excited about because you know, I live in England. I've been to London quite a few times, and I've been to the museum that they are talking about quite a lot of times as well, and it's definitely one of my favourites. I love it there, it's great. So yeah, I was super excited to see this one. We've also got Rebel Wilson in this one, and I think she's hilarious. I think that she's kind of a you love her or you hate her. I love her though, and in this she was just fantastic. So basically, before I watched this movie I was confused because I was like, wait, didn't they do that in the first movie? So there's that tablet, the magical tablet. I remember in the first movie something goes wrong with the tablet, like someone steals the tablet. Well, in this one it's about the tablet again, but basically the tablet is kind of losing its magic, and they have to head off to London to try and like fix this. And I thought, okay, is it going to be cheesy? But no, it was just kind of great. This one, for me, is actually my favourite of the three. I don't know whether it maybe is the London setting, or the fact that it's Robin Williams' last movie, or the fact that Rebel Wilson's in it, but I just loved this one the most. I definitely would watch this multiple times. The first one I watched quite recently, actually, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago, in a Tuesday night movie night, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought that I was going to the second, well, I don't know how many times I've seen it the next time around, so I was kind of worried whether this one was going to kind of just be more of the same. I've also seen the second one, but it was a long time ago. But no, this one for me had funny jokes. I laughed quite a lot of the times. I thought that his son was going to be a bit annoying. Basically, Ben Stiller, you know, he has the son which he had in the other movies. It is a different actor, but he's now a teenager, and at first you kind of think, oh no, it's going to be that stupid, like, you know, he's a teenager, he's trying to rebel, and I was kind of like, oh, am I going to enjoy this? But I liked his son in the end. I was like, oh yeah, okay. We have all the characters that we love. I loved Owen Wilson and Steve Coogan. Is that his name? The two small little guys, their characters, I love their characters, they're hilarious, and they're definitely some of my favourite. Like I said, I've got Rebel Wilson now, and she is the night guard at the London Museum, and I love her, she's hilarious. The caveman, I was a bit like, there's a caveman in here who is, well, I think he is he Ben Stiller, or he's supposed to look like Ben Stiller? I think it is Ben Stiller as a caveman. And those jokes were a little bit silly for me, but of course, like, you know, children are getting the more like slapstick, silly jokes. But yeah, and the monkey's back, and of course, Robin Williams. Robin Williams' final scene was definitely inappropriate. I think this was his absolute final movie. I've checked it up. I don't obviously know it was the last film we've seen in his life, but the final scene in this movie was definitely very fitting for the situation, but it was really sad. But I'll get into that a bit more in the discussion. We also have some new friends coming along in this one, which was a lot of fun. The Knight, which actually you can see him on the front here. The Knight was great. I really liked his character. He was very funny, Sir Lancelot. I definitely think this one has jokes for both adults and children. I think that everybody can enjoy this one. And I definitely think it's more of a, like, it's more across the board like that than the other two, in my opinion personally. There is some very funny jokes that I think that children might not get, but I got, and I thought they were great. But yeah, so it was also very weird. Steve Coogan, I sent out a picture of him on the front here. The two, if you've seen the first movie, you know who I mean. They are from, he's from the Roman Empire, and Owen Wilson's from, he's a cowboy, he's from, I don't know. But Steve Coogan, they made his character very gay in this movie, like really obviously, and I can't remember whether his character was like that in the other two. So that was really interesting, but I was like, I don't remember him being like that in the other two, but I don't know. So that was kind of interesting and funny. I liked that. That was funny. I noticed it. I was like, oh, okay. And so yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I gave it 4 stars. It really was great. It was fun. It was heartwarming. I mean, to be fair, I think the Robin Williams thing, it kind of has a bigger impact because now we know what's happened, you know. And so, yeah, if you're a Robin Williams fan, I definitely recommend checking out this movie, even if you don't enjoy the other ones. I definitely think, though, you should watch the first one at least, and then watch this one, because some of the jokes kind of will get a bit left if you haven't seen the first one, and then, you know, the characters and stuff. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed this one a lot, and I definitely will be watching it again and again. Like I say, this is my favourite of the series. So now let's get into the discussion-y bit. It's not really going to be spoilery based, it's just going to be a few of my favourite parts. So if you aren't too bothered about knowing about some of the jokes beforehand, then you can watch it. But if you just kind of want to go in fresh and not know the things, then definitely head off now, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for sticking around for my review, and then for you guys who have seen it, let's jump in and talk a bit more about it. So basically, my favourite part about this movie, without a doubt, was the Pompeii scene. I just was like, yes, that's brilliant. Pompeii, I'm really interested in Pompeii, and I found it really interesting, and all things like that. And I want to go to Pompeii, and yada yada yada. So then, as soon as it was there, I was like, oh, Pompeii. And it was, I mean, Pompeii obviously isn't funny, but they made a joke in the movie of it, and I loved it. I thought it was funny, I thought it was brilliant, it was clever, I loved it. I mean, the two little guys there, and they're like, oh, yeah, Pompeii, and the guy behind the glass and everybody fleeting away. I loved that. I went back and watched that scene again. I thought it was great. I also thought that the, oh my gosh, what was it? Was it a Chinese, or was it Korean? I don't know. The metal steel dragon snake with all the heads, that was a really cool scene. Like I say, I liked the knight, but to be fair, towards the middle and the end he started to annoy me a little bit, and then I got over it. I was like, okay, but at first I really, really liked him. I liked, what's his name, Ben Kingsley? Is Ben Kingsley his name? The father of this guy. Who was he? I know the actor well, and I can't think who he is. Is it Ben Kingsley? If not, I'll put a thing. I really can't think off the top of my head. That frustrates me when that happens. But yeah, he was in this and was the kind of, you know, king of the Egyptian, I don't know, the king. And Robin Williams' final scene, I thought it was really interesting because Ben Stiller looked so sad. I don't know whether he'd filmed parts and known what, you know, film parts afterwards, or whether he was just sad, you know, because of the final farewell for the character, you know, and I don't know, it was weird. I thought, though, the end was interesting, the twist of turns of, where, you know, they'd given the tablet to London, and then when it came back, I was like, oh, okay. I kind of felt like that wasn't necessarily necessary, but never mind, it was fun. Rebel Wilson, I thought was hilarious. I really, really loved her character. I feel like she's a bit hit or miss, but at first, when they were talking and she rolled up to the museum and they was just having a discussion, that was funny. And the bit where she said, you know, that she's a supermodel if only she didn't love pizza so much. I don't remember the exact line, but that was great. I loved it. Like I said, the caveman, hit or miss. The monkey is cute, but kind of silly, but fun. But yeah, definitely the Pompeii scene for me, I loved. Yes, so yeah, if you guys, well, obviously now you're still here, you've seen this, let me know your favourite parts down in the comments below. Let me know what you think of Robin Williams' farewell. It was sad, but I felt like I was really happy that that was his last scene, that it really fitted well. Even though I would obviously rather him have not died, of course, and still be doing movies, because I love his movies. But as far as like last scenes of actors go, you know, their last films, this was definitely a really fitting one, and it was really sweet to see him, you know, have that kind of, that final words. It was weird. So yes, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Those are my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you then. Goodbye!